In 1997, I read an article about Dress for Success New York, and it really touched my heart. It was about providing interview clothing to women that were coming from disadvantaged situations and helping them to be on the same playing field as anyone else. I remember getting the very first call from an organization that there was a woman that was homeless and she had a job interview. I didn't have anything set up, but I had clothes in the trunk of my car. She came over, we opened up the trunk. There was a suit and it was her size. And that's when I noticed on her feet, she had tennis shoes. And I stood there and thought, she can't go to this interview with tennis shoes. I asked her what size she wore. She wore my size of shoes. I gave her my shoes. She put them on and they fit. And she turned and she looked at the mirror with a tear coming down her face. And I really thought that maybe I had insulted her and I didn't mean to, and I said, I'm so sorry. No, she said, I've never seen myself look like this. She walked out of the door. 2 hours later, my phone rang. I was the first person she called and she landed the job. I knew that that's what I had to do. My husband Brad and I have worked together to form Connections to Success, to offer not just the suits and seeds of success, but to help them with mentoring, to help them with learning about job skills, to put a plan in place that will help them to form the goals that they need to continue to move forward.
It's a faith-based program. They're not preaching to you, but it's their faith in you. And it was really just a strong support system for me, and I really appreciate that.
Within the last 3 years, we've served over 1,500 men and women, helping them to get back into the workforce. We have a 75% job placement rate, an 80% retention rate.
So when I moved here, I wanted to do something in the community, and I investigated the Dress for Success organization. And I found out that it really was part of a large organization called Connections to Success. If you look at a lot of people that have had challenges in their life, may have made a wrong turn somewhere, many times they'll end up in some type of a social support program. Most of those programs really address some of the symptoms of the issue, but really don't go for the root cause. And I think that's where Connections really makes a difference. It's not an organization that gives an easy handout to someone. It requires people to be committed to really want to make a change.
In addition to getting people back to work, one of the things that really needs to happen is we need to retrain people. And that's one of the things that I think Connections does a great job of, getting people not only to build certain job skills, but also to change their mindset, how they can actually be better employees in an organization and ultimately better contributors to our communities.
That's great for the individual because they become very self-sufficient, they become very proud. They become great role models in the world. It's also great economically because you're moving people off a lot of the social programs.
We've served over 25,000 men and women. Every single day, they inspire me, and that's how I get up every day.